unclockable.
Caught me at the right time, baby. Oh, I was at the end. Made me feel like that.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Natasha and this is my pimple. Oh my gosh, Anyways, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve the perfect bright under eye. Not necessarily the UK under eye, just a bright under eye for my brown skin girls, okay? I feel like we struggle. We have to deal with possibly dealing with flashback and this and that and that. So I'm going to tell you how to get it right, okay? So my skin is prepped. I did my skin prep, which I'm gonna be showing you guys. Well, my current skin routine, it was recorded a while ago and it's still not up, but I got you guys because you guys keep asking about my skin minus this pimple. I literally got my brows waxed yesterday, you guys, and woke up with the biggest pimple. I normally get it threaded, but I got it waxed and my skin is like whoa, 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 whoa. So yeah, this is what I'm dealing with, but it will be gone by tomorrow. Believe that, okay? But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. Like I said, I did my skin prep. It's the same old, a few serums, some moisturizers, but what I did add differently, or what I've been incorporating recently, is eye cream, and I've specifically been using this Laura Mercier Illuminating Eye Cream. Amazing, it's so good. Like, look at my under eye. My makeup's about to be popping. So is an eye cream 100% necessary? No. Do I see a difference? Yes. If you have it, should you use it? Yes. Should you run out and go get one? No, it's not necessary. If you're already using serums and moisturizers, you're gonna be fine, but I definitely do see the difference and I have it, so I'm gonna be using it. But like, I've also gone years without using an eye cream and my under eye has been flawless. I do notice as my skin's changing and the weather's changing, sometimes you have to add things to your routine to get the look that you want. So lately I've just been using an eye cream for the past few weeks, and baby, the makeup has been sitting. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. This pimple is stressing me out. It's making me not want to record, you guys. But I'm gonna do my brows and then we'll be back. All right, so my brows are done and my face routine is pretty much gonna be the same that you guys have been seeing the last few videos, but I'm just gonna be explaining a little bit more in depth on how to achieve certain things. So I'm gonna start with my base, and I'm gonna start by priming. So I'm gonna use the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is the Ultra Glow, and then I'm gonna use the Hourglass Vanish Primer. And I like to use these because it gives me like a really smooth base. And personally, for my skin type, which is normal by the way, I just like something that's gonna like glide on the skin and help my other products blend. I feel like when I use something too matte, I have to put in too much work. So I just prefer something that makes my job easier ultimately. So I suggest you do that unless you have super oily skin. And if you do have super oily skin, use a primer in certain areas. Most people are oily in their T-zone. This is your T-zone. So just apply that primer like right here and not under your eyes. You don't want anything super matte under your eyes. I always avoid, like if I do use a matte primer, I do avoid using it like under my eyes because I just want that area to be really smooth and flawless, especially since we're going to be using powder anyways, and powder is matte and powder is going to lock everything in. So now I'm going to go with the Vanish Airbrush Primer, and it's just that. It gives me this like airbrush finish. It looks super smooth. You guys are going to see my skin kind of like transform in front of you. Like the texture is going to go down. It's going to give it like a soft matte look, which I like. I like a soft matte kind of look. And it's also very smooth. It's not necessarily like silicone based, but it definitely is a very smooth primer, which is going to help your makeup blend and give you a very smooth look as well. So this area is where I mostly focus that primer on, and you guys can see it looks super like blurred and flawless, and it's not as shiny. The texture, it's not looking very textured, it's looking very smooth. So yeah. For foundation, if you guessed Pat McGrath, you was right. I've been using this the past few weeks again, and it's just been like, it's just perfect on the skin. It's like skin-like, but it still has like this like matte finish. It's long lasting, it looks flawless, it wears well. I really am a fan of this foundation a lot. But use what works for you, use what works for your skin type, your texture, and go from here. I'm here as a guide. I'm here to guide you. You do not have to buy every single thing that I'm using. I'm just using what works for my skin, but let's just focus on the technique more today. I will leave all the products down below, but we're going to focus on the technique, okay? Watch my technique. Alright, so I've blended out my foundation and it looks so good. It looks flawless. As you can see, I kind of avoided my under eye. I did not apply any foundation directly under my eye. If you get up close, you can see that there's like a little gap. You can still see my skin poking through and a little bit of darkness. I don't have super dark bags or anything like that, but there's darkness, you know? Your girl be tired. But I don't apply foundation because I don't want it to get too creasy under there. We are going to be applying a few products under the eye, and you want it to just be as smooth as possible. You don't want it to be thick. You don't want it to be creasy, because that's what creates texture and or flashback. We do not want that, okay? So I've just blended this out, and I'm telling you guys, this foundation is just so yummy. The first concealer I'm going to be using is going to be my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in the shade Truffle. This is very close to my skin tone, if not exactly the same shade. And I like to apply a concealer that's my skin tone or close first, because it gives me a smooth base, and if you have any darkness under your eyes, it's going to cancel that out. So it's going to be your actual correcting / concealing shade, and it's going to give you a clean canvas to work on to start highlighting and brightening. So I would not personally go in with your brightening shade first, because you might still see that darkness peeking underneath first. So make sure you just go in and kind of cancel out any darkness. If you have any veins, anything like that, use a concealer that is your skin tone. I know somebody's gonna be like, oh my gosh, why am I using a concealer and why didn't I just use foundation? Well, concealer has more coverage. So you're able to use a little bit of this versus piling on concealer. That's why we do it. So I'm blending out this concealer with my Juno & Co sponge. You guys asked in my last video what the sponge was. It's the Juno & Co sponge. It's like a microfiber type of sponge. So it kind of leaves the coverage. Instead of absorbing your product like normally, this just blends it out. And I kind of like that. Is it beginner friendly? Not really, but I do like the concept of this a lot. And also with this same concealer, if you have any hyperpigmentation or dark marks, you can definitely like spot correct. So that's what I did on my forehead. You guys saw I had a spot there a second ago and now it's gone. I don't really need it on my chin. I don't like to put too much on my chin, but I could have. So as you can see, my face looks super even now. You don't see any darkness around my eyes. It looks a lot more full coverage and flawless. This is like my favorite step, because I'm like, yeah, my face is coming together. So now for the fun part, which is typically where a lot of people mess up, and this is highlighting. So I'm going to be using my Kevyn Aucoin concealer. I've heard that it's like discontinued or the formula changed or something. I don't know, but this is what I've been using. If you have this, use it, or use any full coverage concealer that you have. Use a full coverage concealer. I'm going to say it again. Use a full coverage concealer. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to be using SX12, and this is very yellow. Okay? In the past, I have used super white concealers. I've used concealers that weren't my undertone. They weren't yellow. I'm a golden undertone, so I'd use things that were like cool or pink or something. That's where you mess up. That's when you alter your face and mess up just the overall undertone and base of your face. You want to stick to your true undertones. So you do not have to use a concealer that is 20 shades lighter. This is light, but it's not like overwhelming, because I've noticed your base needs to be as close to your skin as possible. So we're basically just mimicking our skin with the wet products, and then with the powder products, we're adding on. So I'm gonna explain that a little later, but right now we're just trying to recreate our skin in a flawless version. Does that make any sense? I hope that's making sense to you guys. So because this concealer is a cream concealer, I can go ahead and blend it out right away. I don't need to wait for it to dry. If you're using a liquid concealer like the NARS or the Born This Way or the e.l.f., whatever other concealers, you can let it sit or set for about 60 seconds and then blend it out. But this is so full coverage, I do not need to do that, like, at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. And sometimes I do use SX11, which is a little bit brighter, but I'm here to teach you guys. We're not being extra today, we're being educational. So I'm just gonna use this and show you guys that you can still achieve the same bright under eye without using 50 products. It's really not necessary. I've been liking to keep my concealer up, so I like it to be bright right here, but then just go up. So your placement of concealer also matters, and it also depends on the shape of your face too. So this works for me. I do whatever I want. Sometimes I bring it all the way down, sometimes I don't. It just depends on really like my hairstyle too, and like what kind of makeup look I'm going for. But ultimately it depends on your face type, your face shape. You see how this has just lifted my face? Automatic facelift. And I can see like a slight line of demarcation right there. So I'm just gonna take my foundation brush and go over that to diffuse it a little bit. This looks like second skin. It just looks so good. It looks so, so good. So that has been my focus lately, is like making my skin look like skin and then bringing it up a notch. So now I'm gonna add my powders and my blushes and my this and my that, which is gonna ultimately give me the look that I'm going for. But I like my base to be like skin. I don't like to see the demarcation from like my highlight to my blush to my contour. Like, I don't like that. I like for everything to be one. So I'm going to be going into my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I believe this is the Deep. It doesn't say on the back, it just has the shade names, but it looks like this. They do sell the powders individually. I really like these because they're made for your under eye. So you can use a regular pressed powder like the Charlotte Tilbury, the L'Oreal Infallible, the list goes on. You can use any bright under eye powder, but I feel like this was specially made for the under eye, so it's like really, it's really smooth. The powder formula is very thin. It just works. So I really like this. And I have been setting my under eye first before going in with my loose powder. Did I do it all the time? Am I gonna do it all the time? No, but for this specific look, I do. I'm just gonna go into these two shades. I don't know why I mixed them. I just do. One's more yellowy, one's more like a camel kind of color. And I'm going to press underneath my eyes with this brush. And you want to use like a tapered brush. I believe this is a, doesn't say anything on it, so don't ask. I don't know. This is like a tapered brush. It's kind of pointed, so it's gonna fit right in the corner and it's gonna set it. And look at the difference. Look at that. Do you see how I was able to add brightness without altering my skin tone, without giving mask? Okay. And I'm just gonna set any other places that I put concealer as well and get rid of that shine. Hopefully hide this pimple. I'm gonna be going in with the loose powder, and I'm using my One Size powder in translucent. So I started doing the pressed powder underneath because I came across the Jaclyn Hill powder and it stuck under my eyes one day. And the next time I used it, I used this and then did this and then this and then that. And so that's why we're here now. I've been obsessed with my under eye, so that's why we're here. If you feel like your loose powder has been sticking to your concealer, because it all depends on the formula of your concealer as well, this is gonna be perfect to avoid any creasing, any caking, any flashback, anything like that. Then I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna coat my sponge and then press my under eye. And I like to just press it until it kind of melts away. I don't bake. So I'm just gonna press and press and press until it's, there's always some kind of sounds outside, like, excuse you. And I'm just gonna press, 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 press. Tasha don't need no press. See how that like disappeared in real time? It's flawless. So it looked good before, but now it's even more flawless. So it all depends on the look that you're going for. If you wanna give natural, do that. If you wanna give snatched, do this. Okay, I love this. And this, you guys, is flashback proof. I've tested these products, used these products. We don't have flashback over here, okay? I'm just gonna set everywhere else that I had concealer as well. Setting your face is really important because it helps with the longevity of your makeup and stops everything from moving, gets rid of that shine, like right here. And I like to set my eyebrows too. Very irrelevant to this video, but I personally like to do that because it tones the brows down and stops them from getting oily. So now I'm gonna set my all over face, and I'm using my Fenty powder, which is like pretty much done. But I'm gonna use it anyway. And I'm just gonna press that into the skin. I'm just gonna speed through this because I've shown you guys my face routine a few times. And we're focusing on the under eye because in 2023, there's no reason you should be having flashback. So now I'm gonna bronze. I'm using my Pat McGrath bronzer. I'm not into a super sculpted face, personally. I just like the bronze. I don't like my makeup super precise. That's just not my thing. The whole sculpted eyes, sculpted face thing has never really been for me. I don't know if it's because I'm lazy or like, I just got it like that, but not my vibe. I'm gonna add my blush. This is a Juvia's Place in volume 2. I put volume 3 the other day in my description box. Y'all, it's volume 2. It's this one, the peachy one. This is my girl though. So yes, I do apply my blush very high up, and I do have it come from my eyes because like I said, I don't like a distinction from like my blush, my contour, my highlight. I like everything to be one, and when it's like coming from my eyes, it's a lot more natural in my opinion. So I like to do that instead of just putting the blush on my cheeks. So it looks like it's like coming from somewhere, you know? Everything just looks like one. Like my face is beat and sculpted, but like unclockable. So I'm gonna take that one size powder again and just kind of carve out underneath my bronzer to create the illusion of like a contour. That's all I do. I do not really highlight. I mean, I don't really contour, you guys. I always get asked like, oh, like can we get a contouring video? No, I bronze and then I sculpt. So normally at this step, I would take that same powder and apply it on the sides of my nose and continue with my eyes. But recently, like I said, I discovered the Jaclyn Hill Brightening Under Eye Powder. And when I tell you, it eats. You just have to know how to use it. So if you're a beginner, stop here and be happy with here. Okay, don't mess up your face. But if you're a little bit more advanced, which I'm sure a lot of us are right now, right? This powder is gold. So this is in the shade Light Banana, Brightening Light Banana. And I've learned that this works better. Ooh, I'm dropping everything. I've learned that this works better with a brush. So I'm gonna take, I dipped it in here. You don't need a lot at all. If you do, you're screwed. And I like to tap the extra off. Like there's so much more left. You can't even see because of my lights. But anyways, what I like to do is, yeah, I'm trying to make a TikTok as I'm doing this. That's why it might seem like I'm ignoring you, but I'm not. So you're just gonna take the brush and apply this in the inner corner because that is where I want the brightness to be. So I'm just gonna apply that and really focus it right here. And then like bring the extra up. So this is gonna give you that extra snatched under eye. Again, you can do this with the one size powder. You can skip this step if you don't wanna use any more powder. But I'm telling you, this gives you like the flawless, ooh, the flawless finish. You can already see that blurred look that it's giving my under eye. Like, and my under eye does not look cakey. Look at my under eye. It's not creasing. It's not cakey. It's unclockable. Thank you. So now I'm gonna do something to my eyes. I don't know what exactly. What is wrong with me? Something is wrong with me for real. I'm gonna go in with my Dose of Colors Sassy Sienna's palette and just do something real quick, you guys. I'm not even like trying to do too much, but I don't like my eyes to be bare, so. I kind of want to, ooh, you know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do. So I just did my brown smoky using just this palette, and I use these 3 colors. I put this in the crease, on the crease, in the lid, in the outer V, and I'm just like smoking it out with that. I haven't really done a warm brown lately, but it's kind of giving, you know? I really like small palettes. Like, I feel like all palettes should be small. Big palettes are so stupid because it's literally the same amount of eyeshadow. But anyways, I'm gonna go into my Makeup by Mario palette, and I'm gonna mix these 2 shades. It's like really white shade and then this like other shade, and I'm gonna put that in my inner corner. I haven't done my matte inner corner in a while, and you guys really like that. I do too. I am not a shimmer inner corner girl. I just don't think it's cute. I just don't like a shimmer inner corner. I don't know. It looks good on, you know, a lot of people. It just doesn't look good on me. Let me say that, on me. Because once I say I don't like something, I'm like, I sound like a bunch of munchkins. Okay? I don't like it on me. I like a matte inner corner. And I feel like a matte inner corner just looks so like clean and like professional, and like it just gives. This also adds to like the bright look. You don't have to do this, but you know, I just thought I would switch it up today. And I'm just gonna take my brush and just kind of diffuse that, because I don't want it to like look like it's just plopped there. I want it to look like one. So cute. Oh, I think I want to do like a half wing today. Well, I'm doing too much. So yeah, I'm gonna add some liner, lashes. Yes, lashes, because why not? And I'll be back. Y'all, I was like holding my breath doing this, but I used the where did I put it? I used the NYX Epic Wear liner in black, and I did like a half liner. So if you look closely, it's not going all the way in, it's just on the outer. I like that. Sometimes I like a full liner. Today I feel like this is the look. And then I'm gonna go in with these lashes from Kiss. This is Sear. From the Muses collection. You guys know I really like this collection, but these lashes kind of wing out, so I feel like that's gonna go with this look. So I need to put these on and find some lash glue. I feel really weird about them, but we're gonna keep going. So I'm gonna dust away this powder. So the one size powder does not stick like this powder, so this is gonna dust away easily, and you guys will see that. Perfect. Now this powder, we're blending into our under eye. So we're not dusting it away, we're blending it. That's why we use it with a very light hand. And I'm just going over my face with my powder brush to kind of merge everything together. With my lashes, I pinch and push. I always push the inner corner up because it lifts the eye. I know some people like to apply their lashes like not on the lash line. It gives them that lifted look. I don't like that because y'all, in person, that is so clockable. Like, it is like very, very clockable. So I like to just apply it on my lash line and literally just push my lash up. I'm only gonna be applying mascara on my bottom line. I feel like I want to keep this look open. Do we see what I've done here? Like, it looks flawless. Look at my face. Look. So I'm gonna set my face. I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Revolution Super Dewy Spray. Dewy Spray. Why can't I ever talk when I'm on camera? Dewy Spray first. This is gonna kind of break down the products, and I don't mean break down like break down and fall off. I mean like give you a more skin-like look. Like, this looks really good. I did really good on my base today. That's why I forgot to almost set my face. Like, when it looks like this, baby, unclockable. But this just kind of helps melt everything in your skin, should I say. And it just looks a lot more skin-like. So I'm gonna spray this. And while that's settling onto my skin, I'm gonna do my lip. I'm gonna do my same old MAC combo. Well, I'm using a different gloss today, but I'm using not Cork. Girl, get it together. Chestnut Honey Love lipstick and Boy Bait lip gloss. Lips are done, face is done, everything's looking snatched. I'm gonna go on with my last setting spray, which is gonna be my Fix Plus Stay Over setting spray. These names are just got me tongue twisted today. And this is actually gonna keep everything in place. So make sure you are done with your makeup. You're not adding anything else. before you go on with this, because this is going to lock everything in. Your final setting spray is going to lock everything in. This one is a setting spray, but because it's dewy, you still have a little bit of flexibility and movement with your product. But this one is stuck, okay? You guys see setting spray? Favorite part. So I'm gonna let it dry down, and I'm gonna see what I want to do with my hair, because earlier I had a half up, half down, but on camera it was looking tilted and I did not like that, so I had to take it down. But it was really cute in person. It's because of this blonde patch I have in the front. It like makes it very noticeable that my the blonde was shipped. This is so irrelevant, but I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do to my hair, and I will be back. Okay, so I just ended up putting out my hair because it just was not giving what I wanted it to give, so whatever. The focus is the face. So this is a completed look. I feel like my under eye looks flawless. Well, my face looks flawless in my humble opinion, but the under eye was the focus today, and it just looks so smooth and filtered and flawless, and it is flashback free, okay? No flashback over here, okay? It's not giving that ever. So yeah, I look like a bride or something, like a bridesmaid. That's what it's giving. But I hope this video helped a lot of you guys out. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Let me know what videos you guys want to see next, makeup videos, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.